I just thought I'd share with you my views of the new Porsche Taycan. How do you say it? It's Porsche Taycan. But you know what? If you want to say Porsche Taycan, then go for it, because there's no set hard and fast rules, but apparently we have to say Taycan. And I know that it's Taycan, but I just, for some reason, my brain sees T-A-Y-C-A-N, Taycan. Anyway, so the other day there was a social media post that cropped up on my news feed on something that I posted on the International Porsche Club's page. Someone replying to a comment I made about the exciting, new Porsche Taycan, and it was a link to the product, to the new car. And he said that he was disappointed that Porsche has, well, basically what he said was Porsche has missed the opportunity to sell the electric cars to people who would or to rob sales from people who might be buying Tesla, because it's more expensive by quite a margin. I don't know how the values go around the world, but in Australia I can see that the new Taycan Turbo will be around 300,000 Australian dollars on the road, and the Turbo S will be about $350,000 Australian on the road. And those values should remain pretty strong for a while because they're in really high demand. There's a 2-year waiting list already. Now, I kind of understand what he's trying to say there, but there is a very valid point which I made to him regarding the Porsche Taycan and also the equivalent cars on the market like the Tesla. So, for example, Tesla, but you can probably name other electric cars as well. Tesla are making a luxury car, and they've done a good job. It looks great on the road, and from what I can gather from the reports, it's pretty reliable. You get a reasonable distance. So they're making a luxury car, but Porsche are making a sports car, and there is the big difference between the two cars. I haven't obviously driven one. I haven't even seen one in the metal yet. I've just looked at a few road reports. We all saw that video of that guy launching the Taycan, endlessly on a track or on a drag strip. It looked great. But Porsche make sports cars, which means that the DNA of every sports car that they've ever made will be in the Taycan. And what I said to him was, yes, to a point I agree with you, but if you want to go from point A to point B in luxury and comfort and frugally, then by all means buy a Tesla or a Nissan Leaf or whatever else is out there that's electric. There's a whole bunch of different cars. I don't really pay much attention to them because I like engines and I like the power, the sound of a motor. But if you want to go from point A to point B in luxury and comfort and also go around corners and stop and go, well, then you need to buy a Porsche Taycan. So, to me, driving any Porsche is an experience. It's an emotional experience, and that will be an emotional experience too. I mean, right now I'm in my car heading to a drive. That's always a good feeling. You're always in a good mood when that happens anyway. But I'm heading to a drive in my car. I can feel the road. I'm going through a few roundabouts. We're going low at the speed. I've got everything set to comfort here. I've got a bit of Rolling Stones on pause at the moment that I'll play later. And the steering wheel's jiggling around a bit. I'm waiting for the tyres to warm up. I'm waiting for the engine temperature to increase so I can get the boot in a little bit more, maybe at the lights or something. I'm waiting for a bit of heat to get in the brakes, and just basically I'm just waiting for everything to warm up, and I'm waiting for the car to settle. And that's all part of the process. It's all part of the experience of actually owning and driving a Porsche. You get up in the morning, the start up in the morning, you start the engine and listen to the rattling and the moaning and groaning of the engine. It's great, and that's all been engineered into the car for a particular reason. So it'll be the same with a Porsche Taycan. I'm just going to call it a Taycan, all right? Taycan. So Taycan. So all those people who are Taycan the piss out of the Porsche Taycan before it's actually hit the market properly and before they've driven and seen, just slow down and just be aware that what we're going to get here is a a real sports car that's already been tested on the Nürburgring by Porsche. And don't you just love the fact they took their car around the ring? And not only did they take it around the ring, but that car was floating around the ring like it was almost going in a straight line. That is the quality of the suspension and the engineering that Porsche put into all of their cars. Even a Cayenne goes around corners. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen a Cayenne drifting. It's a big, heavy car, but there's still that attention to detail, the attention to the suspension, to the way the car will turn in, to the way the car will come out of the corner, to the way you can get the back end to step out, and that's all in there. Now, I'm sure a Tesla, has its merits, and I'm not dissing Tesla at all, or any other electric car for that matter, but I can guarantee you that the Porsche Taycan will be an incredible car. It probably already is, it looks absolutely beautiful. There's something in that car that it looks fantastic. I love the shape of it. So there's my thoughts on the car without actually driving it yet or seeing it in the middle. Yeah,